I'm so high, so high. They told me to sit back, don't make a sound, don't go to the unknown, but I'm too curious for that. Might be a little crazy, I don't mind. I like the way it feels. No need to set off the alarm. No, so I won't stick with it, running in a wheel, no. So I'll be taking off, for I'm dead and gone. Oh, I'm so high, so high. I'm erase the aeroplanes up in the sky. I'm so high, so high. I'm a dream and fall asleep on clouds tonight. Yeah. You see, my home is where my heart is, so I reach for higher ground. I'm living out of a suitcase. I'm getting close, now I can taste it. Flavors bitter, still so sweet. I see.
There is only one of you, only one of me. There's a million of those who won't let us be, but they're not gonna see me bleed. Cause baby, I got you. I've been beaten to the ground, dragged across the dirt. I've been scared to live cause some people never learn, but they're not gonna watch me burn. Cause baby, I got you. It's a new beginnings and a better life. It's a dancing underneath the disco lights. They can try but they can never take me down. Ooh, cause I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid to love, not afraid to love you. I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid to love, not afraid to love you. They always bring all the lonely, but with you here nothing can scare me. I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid to love, not afraid to love you. I will tell them what I'm feeling forevermore. I don't care about the feelings, not anymore. So let's show them that love is pure, no matter who it's for. It's a new beginnings and a better life. It's a dancing underneath the disco lights. They can try but they can never take me down. Cause I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid to love, not afraid to love you. I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid, I'm not.
Good morning, good morning. Welcome to Desert Adventures in Arizona, coming to you live from the Ironwood Forest National Monument. Hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome. Lucas is here to say good morning, too. Let's see. Here he is. There's Lucas boy. Yeah, that's Lucas boy. I got to show you how we start our day off in the mornings. We always watch Ava Potterfield on Monday mornings, and Lucas eats his breakfast at about 6 o'clock in the morning. Then he goes outside, does his business, and then he comes back in and he's ready to play. So he's constantly pestering me wanting to play. And this is how we watch Ava's live stream. So there's Ava on the TV there, and there's Lucas bringing his ball to me and wanting me to play with him. So we play living room catch while we watch Ava Potterfield on Monday mornings. So that's my boy right there. That's my boy. Full of energy and full of piss and vinegar all the time. All right, let's see who we have in the chat this morning. We got Captain Jack Scrapper in the house. Says he's first this time. And Captain Jack is my newest member, my newest channel member. So thanks, Jack, very much. Appreciate the support. Van Girl Cheryl's carrying me around in her pocket as she's working, so I'm trying to behave. I'll try not to cuss or say anything that might embarrass her. Yeah, they're flying today. We've got special forces flying out of the glider port just to the south of us a couple miles. So the sound of freedom, right? Sound of freedom. They've been doing a lot of practicing, a lot of jumps here. Jack mentioned he's been out there, and yeah, they're jumping about 6 days a week. So I have an app where I can see these guys flying, and this is what it looks like. So it has lettering, which is green. That's why you can't see it. Blue is where we live, and you can see they're flying right over us. And they go down, pick up a load of jumpers, and then they come back, go back up and drop them off. And they drop them, they jump at about 10,000 feet elevation out here. So that's what they call a high altitude jump. And these guys are these airplanes that they call or sky vans, I should say, are like 1960s airplanes. They're old technology, but you know, they put new engines on them, and back then they were built really tough. Yeah, 6 days a week. And we've seen different Skyvan airplanes. They have 5 of them. They all have call signs from 1 through 5. There's Gracie and Jock's Adventures, another channel member in the house. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, a lot of jumpers out here. More than usual. Scrolling. So we just finished up the Ironwood meetup, and Jack, I think, is still camped out there, and Gracie and Jacques have left, but they were out there too. We had a great meetup, got to meet a lot of new folks, and we had a great time. One thing that we got from Whoa Nelly Adventures, if you know Brian and Lucy, they watched the live stream in the mornings, and they presented us with this at the start of the meetup. So this is something that Lucy and Brian made together to commemorate the 2025 Ironwood meetup. And I asked him, are you presenting this to Oki and I? And she said, yes, this is for you. So you can see the Ironwood sticker there that they added, and then of course the lantern and the marshmallow on a stick over the fire, and then the footsteps I thought were really cool, and then of course the fire down here. The real cool thing too is that she hung a macrame on it. This is a saguaro cactus macrame on this stick here. That is so cool. We just love it. And she put these little flowers on top of each arm, a nice touch. And then look at the weaving on that. It's very detailed and all the way down to the outline on the cactus. That is cool. That will hang in our house for many years as a remembrance of Ironwood 2025. So we thank Will Nelly Adventures, Brian and Lucy, and their pups, Luna and Roscoe. Great times, great people. Yeah, we leave the campground better than we found it, right, Jack? I mean, we found all kinds of trash and broken glass, and we've got most of it picked up. Mo bang for your bucks. Another channel members here. Good morning, Tim. We got to hang out with Tim while we were there. That was fun. Always fun. Let me see. I think I've got a photo. There we go. There's Jack and Mo bang for your bucks making coffee in the morning in the community tent. And we had a fire in the morning. We called it our coffee fire. So a few of us get up early, like Jack and Tim and Oki and I and Gracie and a few others get up early to enjoy coffee. And we like to have a morning campfire. And so that was our routine during the meetup. It's always fun chatting around the campfire. Let's see what else we have here. We had breakfast in the community tent. So I brought my griddle over and the ladies made breakfast, which were pancakes and bacon. That's Patty A, and I can't remember the name of the other lady there. Maybe Gracie can help me. But they made us a delicious breakfast. And then, of course, we had our get-together potluck, and we cooked some hot dogs, and of course, everybody brought some of their delicious food, and we sat around the campfire and enjoyed a meal together. Is that Johnny's Journey there, dumping trash behind us? I think it is. I think it is. So, yeah, we had a good time, very good time. Catch up with the chat here. Scrolling. Cheryl's got us out of her pocket saying hello. So anyway, yeah, we left that area better than we found it. So that's our normal procedure, our normal process. Whenever we camp, we always clean up. Oki is doing well. She's got an appointment with her doctor tomorrow to do a checkup and see how everything's going. Not 100%, but she's definitely improving and getting stronger. And Johnny's Journey is here, another channel member in the house. She's in a meeting, but will be lurking. And we had a great time hanging out with Johnny, and I took her on a special tour of the monument. We got to run up and see the Sasko ruins and a couple other things. Here's a picture of the Sasko group right here. This was a group before Johnny arrived, but this is an old Rockland, they call it a Rockland hotel. Back in the early 1900s that was built. There were 4 rooms left. Right now there are 4 rooms left that you can look into. They're about a 10 by 10 size room. And that's how the hotel was built back here in the early 1900s. So folks got a chance to walk around, and then I read them some history off of Wikipedia on the town that used to be there in Sasko, and that was a smelter operation up there that supported the mines to the west of it. So they built a railroad from the mines down here to the smelter. They brought the ore down, and then they processed it down here in this area. So it was a pretty large operation back in the day. Speaking of Johnny's journey, see if you can pick her out there around the campfire. This was the day that she arrived, and we did a little ceremony, a remembrance, a tribute, if you want to call it, for our good friend who couldn't make it this year, and so we got packets of color, and we tossed them in the campfire for friends that were lost this year, and Johnny was there for that. So right, Phil, right. So that was a good time. You can see Captain Jack there and a number of other people. There's Patty A on the right. There's Debbie sitting there too. Let's see what other photos I have here. Oh, I showed you that one already. Oh, yeah, here's our community tent. So this was our shared meal, potluck meal that we had, where folks brought in their food and we shared it all. There's our coffee crew in the morning. Tina the Outsider's here, and then I think that's Gracie sitting next to her right, and then Captain Jack stoking the fire and enjoying the warmth, and of course, Tim, Mo Bang for your bucks. It's a good time. We had good weather. We had good friends, and we had quite a few activities there. We went on the petroglyphs tour. Ron Sees America took Lonnie, Crafty Traveler, down to the glider port, and she got to ride on a glider. So check out the Crafty Traveler channel. I'm pretty sure she'll be doing a video on her glider ride. Of course, we did a group photo. We had some live music. And then the Sasko Mine Tour, that was the photo I showed you. We had Lonnie did watercolor painting, then our potluck on Sunday. And then we had just basically kick back and play some games on Monday. And then Tuesday was clean up, back up, and moving everything back to home base here. So it's a lot of work, doing the meetup, and I think everybody had a good time. And it was great to see Johnny out there too. All right, I'm back in the chat here trying to catch up here. I see Ringo is here. Hello, hello, welcome, welcome. Fairy Dust is here. Good morning, Brene. Hope you're doing well. There's a lot of laughing and giggling going on here this morning. Yeah, Ava's was showing her little puppy Stevie this morning, and she's got a house full of pups, and she manages them very well. There's a North American Traveler's Edge. Good morning. Good morning. I missed your live stream yesterday, but I did watch the replay, about an hour and 15 minutes of it. This is Nate and Paula with their new channel member, their new channel name, and also thanks for being a member. So we're going to get some information on traveling, and because they travel back and forth from the US up into Canada, we'll get some tips on how to do that safely and economically. Yeah, that sounds like my morning too, Gracie. No, they were not charging Brene. There is a proposal in their business plan for the monument out here that they're planning on charging $15 for camping overnight. I'm not sure the future of that. Don't know if that'll happen, but their plan is to add some picnic areas and also, let me take that photo off of there. They're going to add some picnic areas, and they're going to put some picnic tables in. They didn't they didn't have a lot of detail, but evidently it's going to be after they collect some money, and we'll see how that works out. But I'm not opposed to it. There are some people though that can't afford the $15 a night. I mean, if you stay 10 days, how much is that? People don't have that extra money. Yeah, I can hear them flying over. Fox Fan D is here, another channel member. Good morning. Good morning, D. Hope you're doing well. Boy, it's warming up really nicely here. Let's see what the weather is here, and if you can share your weather where you're at, I can do a little bragging. Hey Siri, what's the weather here today?
Expect partly cloudy skies today.
Oh, she doesn't get, oh, there it is. 74, she says. 74. We heard on another app that we have there was going to be 76, which I think is probably more accurate for where we're at. Phil Leo's here. Good morning. Good morning, Phil. Yes, Marshall was here too. Okay, that's good. That's good. Let us know, Jack. And oh yeah, I went out and picked a grapefruit this morning for our breakfast, and a Valencia orange off the tree. Jack, do you eat grapefruit or oranges? If so, I'll drop a couple by for you. Yeah, there were a lot of jumpers this year. They normally fly out of the airport in Marana, which is, as a crow flies, probably 10 miles east of us. But they've been using the glider port because I think there's no air traffic out there except on the weekends. And I think the glider port hopefully is getting a little money out of it. So they've been flying a lot. And they did apologize for the noise, the folks that work at the glider port, but we're okay with them flying. We know why they're flying. They're keeping all our troops qualified and practicing those jumps. Ava Potterfield is here. Good morning. Good morning. Thanks for being here and being a channel member. Yeah, I'm behind. I apologize. But yeah, that was a very cool gift. That's definitely, and I'll share it again for those that came in late. So this was a gift that Whoa Nelly Adventures presented to us at the meetup. She made this, her and Brian made this. So, and then Ron Sees America had these stickers made, these darker stickers, and she grabbed one of those and put it on there, and it fits perfectly. But we really like this. It's so creative. This is wood, a thin piece of wood that she painted and then clear coated everything to seal it in. Look at the footsteps. Isn't that cool? So creative. And then, since we live out here and you see those saguaro cactus behind us, she made this macrame saguaro cactus, and it's very tight weave, and then she outlined it, and you see it's even got flowers on the top. Pretty cool. We just love it. And there's a view of it. And so we've got this hanging on our wall, and it will be a great reminder of Ironwood 2025. So again, thanks, Nelly Adventures and Brian and Lucy. Ava saying hello. Yeah, very nice. Oh, okay. Jack's picked up a lot more trash out there. Well said, Phil. Well said. Take only photos and memories, leave only footprints. Yep. Very true. And the good thing about being out here is the Speedway gas station and the Dollar General store up there have open uh, areas where you can throw your trash. They don't lock up their trash dumpsters, so you can go up there and pick your trash up. And they also allow you to take water from their hose bib on the front of the building. So that's 5 miles down the road and makes it very convenient for folks that are camping out here. Yeah. Where are you at, Gracie? I kind of lost track of where you headed. Good morning. Good morning. Motley Roo, where are you? Welcome, welcome. I am Zaxon is here. Good morning. Good morning. I'm catching up in the chat. Yeah. Better condition than a Motel 6. So he's referring to the Rockland Hotel. Love the history out here. There's a lot of history out here in the West. They did a lot of mining. They still do a lot of mining. Back over here, that way from Ragged Top is the Silver Bell mine. They're still taking copper out of there. And that mine's been operating since the 1800s. Step Van Dan is here, another channel member. Good morning, Dan. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, it was a great time. We had a good time. Now, we have people that like to stay up late and enjoy their music and party and have a good time. And we had people, like any group, that go to bed early and like to get up early. And I'm one of those people after 45 years of working and getting up at 3 o'clock in the morning. It's pretty hard to break that. So I'm in bed by, 9, 10 o'clock at the latest. And I'm up at, pop awake at 3 or 4 sometimes, get up at 5. And so my morning starts pretty early. And when you live in the desert out here, especially in the summertime, the things that you need to get done, you have to get them done in the morning. And if you're a late night person and you're sleeping in till, 10 o'clock or noon, I mean, it's already over 100 degrees. And so that doesn't work for us. So we constantly, consistently get up early, and that's just what Oki and I have always done. So we had kind of two areas in the camp there for morning folks to enjoy a fire without disturbing the late sleepers. Well, it's because you're such a handsome guy, Jack. Riza is here. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome. Welcome. Yeah, we had a good time. We had a good time. Now I am getting old. I'm going to be the next meetup coming up. I'm going to be 70 next year, 69 this year and 70 this year. So I have let the guys, we have 4 co-hosts, and I let the other 3 know that I'm going to retire after this year. Oh, Gracie just sent a photo. I'm going to retire after this year. It's becoming a little much. Oh, that's cool. Look at that. Is that one that she made for you, Gracie? She's really getting good at that. Now she said her daughter had one of these kits and she gave it to her and said, "Mom, I don't have time to figure this out. Do you want to work on this?" And so that's how Lucy got involved with this. But that looks cool. Very nice. Yeah, we hope you can make it too. I know it's and as we get older, I'm like I said, I'm 69 this year and my body is not keeping up. You know, if I push too hard, then I'm down for some time. So I'm learning what my limits are, and I hit my limits this year, preparing for the meetup. We might do something next year a little more low key, separate from the Ironwood meetup. I don't want to do anything to step on Ironwood. Those guys will continue to have their meetup, and then I may do something out here in the monument, kind of instead of, building and tending fire and cooking for people, I want to be the one sitting there around the campfire and chatting, with my friends. So hopefully I can do something. I've got a lot of people that have asked for that to see if we can have just a low key um, kind of a get together around a campfire out here in the monument. So I may try to put something together before or after Ironwood. I don't want to do anything to step on their meetup. So I want to be very careful with that. Yep. Camping in paradise. So Captain Jack's still out there. And Jack, I thought I saw Jim and then the lady in the van, in the Ford van, was still out there when I went by. I know, I know. Health is not a given, right? So we have to take care of ourselves, eat as healthy as you can, take your meds, whatever it takes to get better. Yeah, $150, right, for 10 days? That's crazy. That's crazy, but you know what, guys? There is a workaround. There is state land out here. There's pieces of state land inside the monument. And I'm not a lawyer, but it makes sense to me that if you're on state land, there are different rules. And the rules are that you buy a permit for a year and it costs you a little over 20 bucks. So, right next door to where we were camped, over the fence was Arizona state land. You buy a permit online for $22, I think. They email you the permit on your phone. You pull out and you pull around and you park and you're good for 2 weeks. So that's probably the workaround that people will discover. And I've shared that with people that were at the meetup that I talked with because $150, if you're in a campground and you have maybe water and you have trash and maybe you have, all those amenities, nice picnic table, it might be worth the money to you. But a lot of people don't need that because we carry everything in our rigs. Yeah, restroom and shower, right? Now that's cold, Nate. I thought we were cold at plus 40. You're super cold at minus 40. Yikes. Minus 14. That's a good point, Tim. You might be able to get a discount. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Too cold for me. Yeah, it was a good time. It was a good time. Renee says 54, high 70. Now that's perfect, right? Oh, okay. That's good to know. Laura is a lady who camped out there in her pickup and with a camper shell on the back, and Marshall's going to help her out. So that's cool. So if you're out there, Jack, and Marshall needs anything, any tools or anything, let me know. There's Traveling Merton and Sue. Good morning. Good morning. They're up in Quartzsite, and we missed your live, but we watched the replay, Merton and Sue. So enjoyed it very much. Okay, I will drop a couple by, Jack. Do you need sugar with that? I like a little sprinkle of sugar with my grapefruit. And Traveling Merton and Sue do a live stream at 3 o'clock on Sunday afternoon. So be sure to check them out. They're up there camping with Roy and Becky's Travels, RVing with G. A lot of folks up there in the Quartzsite area. Yeah, I think so too. Did I see Ringo? And oh, there's Ringo right there. Good morning. Good morning. Think I missed you. Welcome, welcome. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, they're great people. Brian and Lucy have been out here in the monument a number of times, so I always like to visit them. Okie and I like to visit them when they come out. Look at that. We got Hawkins Family Adventures in the house. Good morning, Sandra. Wow, that's good. Good job, Jack. Thank you. And it's funny, there are people who leave their trash behind, and there are people who pick trash up that others have left behind. And I'm glad so far that at least out here we have more people that clean up than we do that leave messes. Okay, you're at Plamosa, all right. Had a nice visit with Star too around the morning campfire. She came over a couple of times with her coffee, and did I see Roy and Becky here? Somebody said hi to Roy and Becky. There they are. Good morning. Good morning. How'd you like that race yesterday? Daytona 500. That was rained out initially and delayed by what, 4 or 5 hours. Finally got off and finished up. And like most races, they are the last 20 laps was kind of crazy. Janice from Oz is here. Hello, hello. Good morning. Good morning. Good to see you. Yeah, I've been missing them too. Yeah, 2:30 where Janice is. They're in Australia. She's saying a blanket hello to everybody. Sandra's sitting there listening. Thank you. Yeah. Okay. I'm behind in the chat, but thanks, Gracie. I figured that's what it was. And I'll show it again now that I've caught up. That was a gift that Lucy made for Gracie. Macrame. Isn't that beautiful? Nice wall hanger. Very cool. Yeah, the Queen of Macrame, huh? Yeah. Well, she does a good job. Hmm. Do you have a burner email with no nexus to your channel? I don't. I do have Desert Adventures in Arizona on Gmail. You could try that. Yeah, I agree. I like the smaller groups, although there were, we had good folks out there this year. Last year, somebody had gasoline stolen, and that kind of bothered me when when you invite folks just out of the blue. People were handing out flyers and inviting whoever wanted to come. I kind of prefer smaller groups with people that I know. Well, Lucas is out greeting somebody at the fence. Sandra taking off. You have a great day. All right, I think I have a little video to show you that I uploaded, I put together this morning. If I can get my mouse back. Oh, here's a photo from the so Ronsi's America and Fit for Expedition Greg put together a stage for their musician that came out, and this was also the night music. Brock Aussie Van Man provided the music and the lights show in their area over there. I put the drone up and took a photo of that. Here's a picture of that. So you can see, let me take that comment off. This is about 100 feet up, looking down on the box truck, and you can see the lights that they had up. And we had some games there. The pink and blue lights down on the bottom there are the cornhole games. So that was a night shot with my drone that I grabbed. And I also did there's Marshall. Marshall brought his new van out that he just finished the build on, and mostly finished. He's got some detail work to do yet. But I did a van tour, which I posted a couple days ago. And you guys, he has done an outstanding job. The bed slash couch that he's sitting on there slides, in and out so he can lay down. And he's got an inside couch and he can sit at the back hatch there and look outside. Really cool build. Let's see if I missed any photos. I think I got everything. I'm going to look for the video I put together. There we go. Here's a 45-second video on the flying around the meetup area. That's me bringing wood in. Here's the daytime shot area. Then we did a tribute for Mark Wolf and JJ, who we lost last year. There's the campfire crew. There's Johnny. We were really glad to see her. And then here's a drone shot. This is just part of the campground. Now, I tried to count these rigs this morning from this shot here, and I counted about 70 rigs. So I'm going to play it one more time.
Bernadette has them all.
We all got together.
Of course Bernadette does.
Safe travels, Mark and JJ.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we had a lot of folks. A lot of folks showed up there. Let's see. That's Marshall there. Really came out. His van just came out. Very cool. Very cool. Now I have to find. There it is. Boom. There I am. All right. So anyway, that was it was a good time. But like I said, I'm retiring from Ironwood. It's getting to be too much for me. Pushing 70. No issues. Just we just need to transition. I need to slow down a little bit. So let the guys know and what they do. Going forward is of course going to be a little bit different than this year and the last 4 years, but I'm sure they'll make it good. I know I'm curious too, huh? Yeah, and I, I take them seriously. I spend probably 6 months preparing. I load the trailer up. One of my neighbors gave me a grill that she was going to throw away, and I fixed it, repaired it, and took that out there. And I don't know, maybe I put too much into it, but that's kind of how I am. I've always been that way. Yeah, definitely. Janice is a night owl. Look at that. We got Ron Darrell in the house. Good morning. Good morning. Hope you're doing well. Good to see you. Yeah, we'll take credit for Janice being awake, huh? Oh, nice. That's good. That'll save you some money. Crosscut handsaw would be great. You have sugar, okay. I do have a crosscut handsaw. Sure will pop back in. Happy Family Day to all Canadians celebrating today. Awesome, awesome. A lot of wrenches in here. That's funny. That's funny. There's Tommy working and lurking, no doubt. Her power's out right now. She mentioned that in Ava's live this morning. So hopefully they get it back on for you. All right. Ava's mom is staying with her. She recuperates from surgery. So we got a report this morning that she's up and walking and doing much better. So that's great. Give mom a hug for us, Ava. Scrolling, scrolling. Yeah, that's right, huh? Go number 24. It was a crazy end to that race. Wow. But it was fun. Oh, okay. Gracie talking about what Lucy made. Yeah, that's you can't have too many pockets in the rig, right? Yeah, hope you're getting better, Ron. I know we were looking forward to seeing you again. Ron was at last year's meetup. Okay, Phil, I will. Yeah, I have a channel email that. Okay, here it is, Phil. Oh, yeah, I did have my phone number on that whiteboard. Thanks, Phil, for pointing that out. I don't need any more spam messages. But I put that phone number on there because if anyone needed help, late at night or early in the morning, and we did have one lady named Sally stepped out of her rig and she broke her ankle. She stepped into a hole right outside of her rig and she broke her ankle. It happened early in the I don't know when it happened, the day before or the night before. And so she iced it and bandaged it. She also scraped up her other leg. And being a host for a meetup, I feel you have the responsibility to respond when somebody has an emergency. And so when I got word the following morning that her ankle was not looking good, she wanted to go to ER. She's by herself, single woman by herself. She needed help. getting to the emergency room. So I looked around. The other hosts were still sleeping because it was early. And so I called Oki, my wife, and said, "Hey, I need your help." Now, she was in the ER just a few days before, um, suffering issues, health issues, but she came out with a truck and we got Sally loaded up into the truck, and Oki took her to the ER and spent 5 hours with her there and then got her back to camp. And so we were able to, as a host, we were able to take care of what Sally needed. And it turned out she had two fractures in her ankle and her foot. And they put her in a boot, and she was instructed by her doctor to take it easy. He didn't want her driving, and here she is, a single woman in an RV who travels around. um, so she had a friend come down and then take her where she wanted to go. So, that weighs on me heavily that that we need, as hosts, we need to be available to take people, and respond to emergency situations. I see that as a responsibility. So, but we got that taken care of. And Oki got her taken care of, and I always appreciate, you know, Oki and I are a team. We've been a team for 40 years, and we'll continue to be a team. And she steps up when I need help, and I do the same when she needs help. So I want to thank my beautiful wife for taking care of the situation. Otherwise, I would have taken her into ER. I would have had to cancel. We were getting ready to take off for one of the tours out in the monument, and if she wasn't available, I would have canceled one of the tours that I had scheduled, and I would have taken her. Oki's out there laughing at me. She's giggling. She's probably debating my last comment. Oh, Tubi has a new NASCAR channel. Ah, what is that, Roy? Or maybe I don't want to know. Yeah, I thought it was pretty cool. I'm putting together a longer video with a lot of those shorts in there. I'm working on it. I'm trying to do a good job on it. And I'll have that out hopefully in the next couple weeks. It is addictive. There's racing has, fast cars going around circles, but there's also drama. And that's a lot of that is what's addicting too. Oh, thank you, Gracie, for posting that. So there's Marshall's van tour right there. Yeah, it's very nice build. Not quite his maiden journey, Cheryl. This was his second trip. He did a short 2-hour trip to see Tim, who relocated to Kentucky. Time for exploring, and he went down to meet with him and visit with him. And that was a short trip. This is the first cross country trip he made, and it just worked great for him. Awesome. It does look different from above, right? And that's what I like about the drone. Flying around the desert, it's like being a bird. Yeah, it was kind of late at night, but we had a good crew there, good people. Yeah, definitely. Texas Adventures with Brexton is here. Welcome, welcome. Thank you. Yeah, definitely. I was exhausted, and I'm just now getting back to, back to normal. Yeah, and Jack was a great help. He was a second driver for me during the meetup. I had 2 Jeeps and then whoever else wanted to drive their vehicle, and Jack drove the Cherokee. Thank you, Jack. Appreciate that. Lee is here. Good morning. Good morning. 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 That's right. A 7-month long meetup, huh? People come and go. That's a good way to do it. Good way to do it. Although I don't want them in my yard. I think we like to go out into the monument. Definitely easier. Just saying. Yeah, that chocolate cake gets expensive when you have 70 people, right? And I counted about 70 rigs in that last picture. 43 degrees. Look at that. We got John in the house, another channel member. Sooner Travels. Good morning. Good morning, John. Hope you're doing well. Braxton's down the road from Ron Darrell. He's in Waco, Texas. Let's all call Steve today. Thanks. Go ahead. Let's see. We'll have a lottery of who gets answered. Yeah, it was the first day. Excuse me. Yeah, that's hackers can take over your channel. That does happen. And you can lose your channel in a heartbeat. Yeah, she was laughing at me. She was laughing at me, and I know the statement that I made that made her laugh. Yeah, that's why can't people just leave your stuff alone? Thanks, Ron. Appreciate that. You have to step up, right? She's going to be okay. But as a host, you have to step up, especially when you're familiar with the area. You have people that come in from out of state that aren't familiar. We knew the best place to take her, and that's where Oki took her. We have a new smaller ER that is not, totally packed. There are good doctors, good nurses there, and so that's where she took her, and she got good care. Speaking of nurses, Gracie, for those that don't know, Gracie is a retired nurse out of the VA. So always, always thank our nurses and be nice to them. When we're in the ER, we see people that don't treat the staff very well at all. And Oki and I make it a point to thank our nurses and doctors and technicians and everyone who's trying to help. So when you go into the doctor and you're going to ER, you're in pretty bad shape, right? When you're going to ER, why treat those people bad? I don't understand that. I know we're not at our best, but always treat your nurses, your doctors, and their staff that are trying to help you with respect and thank them for what they do for you. Old races, okay. Save yourself. Too late for me. Okay. Maybe, maybe, maybe I won't watch it. I don't know. That's funny. That's funny. I have no idea what Muckalucks. Oh, muckalucks. Yeah, I know what those are. Don't need them much around here, though. Ah, okay, Phil, that's good to know. Now, I get a lot of spam messages. I don't know where they come from, but I just delete them. I don't click on them, open them, or anything. I just delete and block, delete and block. I'll probably get between 20 and 30 a day. Yeah, appreciate that. That's right. Tina, one day we were, I think it was the day before, first day, uh, Jack met me in the campground. He said, Tina's up north somewhere at this road and she needs help finding the campground. So when you Google map the Ironwood Monument, the Ironwood Forest National Monument, it puts you like 10 miles north of where we camped. And so Tina was 10 or 16 miles, I guess, from the campground, way up north in the monument. She was trying to find us. As soon as I saw the road where she screenshotted where she was, I knew where she was. And so we jumped in the Jeep and headed north. And she was actually coming back. She got herself unstuck. She turned around, got stuck, got herself unstuck, and then was heading south towards us when we met up with her. And then we were able to lead her in. That's something else that the host, has responsibility for. And that is getting everybody into the campground safely. And so when someone calls and says, "Hey, I have no idea where you guys are at, but this is where I'm at," I drive out there, meet them, and lead them in. I mean, I did that last year with Ron Darrell when he showed up. All right, you take care, Ron. Yeah, don't click on any messages that you don't recognize, right? But it's serious business just having a meetup when you're hosting it. There's a lot of responsibility there. Nomadic camping with endless weekends this year. Yep. Treat those nurses good, right? They are there to help you. And I feel so bad, listening to people talk to them and treating them. I mean, these people were there to help. And speaking of nurses, Johnny is a nurse. She was a nurse for many years. Now she has Midwest Van Builders is her business up there in Missouri, and she does van builds in her shop, and she does even minor, window installations or vent installations. Um, I follow her channel and watch her builds. A lot of the people that she's built their vans for are friends of hers and travel with her when she comes out. And I think a few of those came out to the meetup. In fact, um, Gracie had her van build done by Johnny, Midwest Van Builders. So if you're interested in an interior build on a new or used van that you're buying or thinking about buying, Johnny is the place to go, and she has some great craftsmen that help her out there in the shop. And I can't recommend her any more than that. She's definitely the go-to person for van builds. Yeah. There's no call for that. No call for treating people who are trying to help you. Oh yeah. So Gracie was the go-to nurse when others needed help. And you know, the nurses that have a lot of experience often have given us more information than we get out of the doctor. So a nurse is taking care of us, is supporting many different doctors, and they see a lot. They see the treatments, they have opinions on what works and what doesn't work, and quite often when the doctor leaves, you know, they're there for 5 minutes and they're gone. The nurse is the one who is going to explain, "Okay, now tell me exactly what's going on." And so, we've always depended on experienced nurses to give us the fill in the gap, so to speak. Yeah, no kidding, Phil. We got Grandma Kelly in the house. Bad fingers, so typing is hard. Saying good morning, good morning. She's been a channel member for 29 months. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you, Kelly, for being here. She's got a great channel, does some drive streams. She does some live streams around the campfire that she has there. She bought an old farmhouse and is renovating it. So she's basically put a new roof on it, um, you know, new kitchen she's working on, just all kinds of rebuilding that she's doing there. So be sure to check out Grandma Kelly's channel. She's got a lot of good stuff there, and she's just a great person. That's right, Merton and Sue. Yeah, yeah. It's not easy getting around, so you know I've always been available to help folks. There's nothing worse than getting lost in a place that you're not comfortable. Snow, what is that? Oh, that's that white stuff. That's that white stuff I heard about. Eee. I joke around nomadic camping that I have to go out and shovel sun when I hear about 8 inches of snow. Um, I talk about shoveling 8 inches of sun. You're welcome, Johnny. You're welcome. I will always support your channel. You do great work. Um, Johnny, Johnny was out here and and one lady needed a USB port back in her bed area. So what did Johnny do? She took a, I understand she took a light out that wasn't needed. She needed a drill bit. So I brought her over here, showed her my toolbox. She found the drill bit that she needed. And then she put the USB port in for this lady in her RV um, out here in the campground. So there's just no one that cares more about people than Johnny and helping them out. And thank you, Johnny, very much. You got that right, Phil. And we need to treat them that way. We need to treat them that way. And even, you know, with even with Gracie out in the campground, I've always got that in the back of my mind. So if somebody is having an issue, Gracie would be my go-to for asking questions like, how do we handle, you know, this person tripped or fell, or, you know, how do you wrap up an ankle properly so that you don't hurt people? Do we need to get, you know, band-aids? What do we need? And having a nurse around um, is is really important, I think. Yeah, I saw that. We saw that on the news there. Also, Mellow Nomadic Adventures, Marshall is out here in the Tucson area visiting family, and he's from Kentucky, and hopefully his parents are okay. I'm sure he's checked on them. I know, I know. And I think we need to do that. Definitely. Thank you for doing that. Yeah, the snow is why you moved, huh? I hear you. I was in the military for 21 years, 4 months, and 7 days, and we lived in snow. We lived in New Hampshire, we lived in Nebraska, we lived in Virginia. Um, we came back to Arizona. Lily T is here. Good to see you, Lily. Yeah, I'm running a little bit late today. Chat's running good, so I'm still here. Captain Jack saying hi. Oh my gosh, that sounds stressful. That sounds stressful. And the experienced nurses are the ones that come through, right? So a patient, their heart stops. They're getting CPR. IV went bad. Now you got to get a new one in while the doctors and nurses are counting on you. And most of the VA centers, the VA hospitals, those folks, are towards the end of their lives. And quite often, we're elderly. And that's where you have the most trouble with your body is when you get up there in age. That's right, Phil. Well said, Phil. Well said. Yep, absolutely, Brene. Oh, okay. So Johnny ended up fixing the light and then adding the USB. That's great. So little things like that make a big difference for somebody living in their rig. I know that when Johnny meets with you, let's say that I'm going to go buy a van, and then I would meet with her. She gets to know her customers like Gracie. She knows what Gracie likes. She knows that Gracie has a beautiful German Shepherd and that she needs to build the interior to fit the customer. And so she meets with people, she gets to know them, and she builds the van to fit the customer. I mean, it's all custom built. And that's what she does. It's real easy to trip on sunshine. You got that right. You got that right. I love it. Oh my gosh, that's too bad. Desert muckalux. Oh, snake and scorpion. Good point, Jack. Good point. Yeah. And as it's warming up, we have to start watching for rattlesnakes. So we have a king snake that lives around the property here somewhere that comes in and drinks water out of the pond. And we like to keep that king snake around because they keep the rattlesnakes away. That's all you can do, and we appreciate that. We appreciate that. Snake gators, that's right. We actually have a pair of snake gators. All right, folks, I am way over. What a great live today. Thank you, everybody, for being in. That's right, and she did that. Here's a great example. So Gracie likes, she has a collection of sunglasses, and they're all colored, and she fits them with her outfit. And, and Johnny built her a wall shelving where she can put her sunglasses. And so she's got her collection of sunglasses, and that was a little surprise that Johnny did for her. I just can't say enough good things about Johnny and how she treats her customers, which become friends. So thank you, Jack. And I'll drop a couple of grapefruit out to you out of the campground. All right, I'm going to run my outro videos. Thanks everybody for being here today. Really appreciate you all being here. And I forgot to run my channel member video. I want to run that first and then my outro. And Jack, I think I need to add you onto this video, but I will do that. Thanks everybody, and we'll see you next time.
To all my members out there, you lift me up so high. The support you give me makes me touch the sky. In every lonely moment, when shadows start to fall, your love shines like a beacon. I hear your heartfelt call. Thank you, dear members, for standing by my side. With your strength and courage, we take this wild ride. From morning's glow to starry night, you're the reason I shine, my forever guiding light. In the desert where it's dry, where the cacti proudly stand, you're my loyal companions, my devoted band. Through rocky trails and valleys, we gather every mile. Hand in hand we wander with your endless smiles. Thank you, dear members, for standing by my side. With your strength and courage, we take this wild ride. From morning's glow to starry night, you're the reason I shine, my forever guiding light. Where it's dry, where the cacti proudly stand, you're my loyal companions, my devoted band. Through rocky trails and valleys, we gather every mile. Hand in hand we wander with your endless smiles.
Wake up to a brand new day. Smile at the sun's warm ray. Greet the world with open arms. Spread good vibes and charms. Kind words change the scene. Make life feel like a dream. Help someone who's in need. Plant a little kindness seed. Shine bright like a star. No matter where you are, kindness takes you far. Light up the world. Together we can make it. Love's the way to fake it. Leave a little joy behind in every heart you'll find.